everyone. Welcome back to Reddit Affair Diaries. How's your day going so far? I hope it's been great, but if not, don't stress. You're in the perfect spot to relax and dive into some juicy relationship stories. There's always something new and unexpected waiting around the corner here. Before we jump in, leave a comment and share something good from your day. Let's keep the good vibes going and start this story together.
This Reddit story comes from the r/marriage subreddit, where the OP's wife shows no interest in intimacy and does not respect him. My wife, 26-year-old, and I, 28-year-old, have 3 children. Our oldest is 2.5 years old, and we recently welcomed twins who are now 6 months old. It's been a challenging time, and lately, I feel like I can't seem to do anything right. Every day feels like a struggle, and I'm reaching my breaking point. This past week was particularly rough. My wife just returned to work after her maternity leave, and it's her first time juggling both a job and taking care of 3 kids. To make things more stressful, our oldest child came down with a stomach virus on Friday, and it was bad. She couldn't keep anything down, was vomiting constantly, and just needed extra attention. Normally, this would be challenging enough, but I had a very important work commitment on that same day. It was a huge Zoom meeting that involved a trial worth millions of dollars, and I couldn't just skip it. Luckily, since it was online, I could do it from home, but I still needed to be fully focused. We hired a babysitter to come help take care of our sick child. We informed her ahead of time that our daughter was unwell and couldn't go to daycare, so she knew what she was getting into. But even with the sitter handling things, my wife was insistent that as soon as my Zoom meeting ended, I should stop working and send the babysitter home. There wasn't even a discussion about it. She just told me that was what I had to do. Over the past few months, it feels like everything I do is wrong. It doesn't matter how much effort I put into trying to solve problems or take care of the kids. Nothing is ever good enough for her. She criticizes me in front of our friends and family, which is humiliating, but I try to keep my cool. I don't want to make a scene, so I usually wait until we're alone before I bring it up. Still, nothing changes. The criticism keeps coming. I work hard to make sure our family is well taken care of financially. My job is demanding, but it allows us to afford some luxuries that make life easier, like a night nanny who comes 3 times a week to help with the twins. We also have all 3 kids in daycare during the day, which gives my wife and me some breathing room. Despite this, if my job requires me to put in extra hours outside the usual 9 to 5, my wife calls me a workaholic. I don't even use my phone or work when the kids are awake because I want to be present with them, but still, I get labeled like I'm obsessed with my job. The contrast between how I'm treated at work and at home is jarring. At work, my opinions are valued, and people respect what I have to say. When I come home, though, I'm constantly being nitpicked for the smallest things. On Friday, for example, I got the twins dressed in the morning. I thought they looked fine, but my wife immediately pointed out that their pants didn't match their tops. It's things like that, little trivial details that I never would have thought were a big deal, that turn into arguments. And it's not just that one instance. It's like this all the time. Saturday was no better. Every 10 minutes, my wife would give me another task to do around the house. It was nonstop. I couldn't even finish one job before she was already telling me to do something else. It's not that I mind helping out. Of course, I want to do my part, but the way she goes about it makes me feel so inadequate. No matter how much I try to contribute, I just end up feeling worthless. I'm a capable person and a loving dad, but the constant stream of criticism has me doubting myself in every aspect of my life. There's a part of me that feels a little relieved that my wife is going to work tomorrow. I know that when she's not around, I'll be able to take care of the kids without all the noise and judgment. I'll be able to focus on them and get things done in a way that makes sense to me. But that relief is mixed with a lot of sadness. Why am I in a marriage where I feel more at peace when my partner isn't around? Shouldn't it be the opposite? Shouldn't I feel supported and valued by the person I'm sharing my life with? It's been weeks since my wife said anything kind to me, and even longer since she's touched me. There's no warmth between us anymore. Last weekend, I tried to plan something special. I wanted to take my wife on a date, something simple but meaningful. I thought maybe it would help us reconnect, so I arranged for a babysitter and planned a cute evening out. But she canceled. She said she'd rather sleep than go out with me. I get it. She's exhausted. We both are. Taking care of 3 kids, especially with the twins, is exhausting. But it still stung. It's not just that one night, though. For the past couple of weeks, The kids have been in daycare during the day, and we've had the night nanny helping out, so my wife has had some time to herself. She wasn't working during those 2 weeks, and I thought maybe we'd have a chance to spend some time together, even just to talk. But there's been nothing. It's like we're just two people living in the same house, managing the logistics of raising children, but there's no emotional connection anymore. I don't know what to do. I feel like I've tried everything. I've suggested counseling, but my wife doesn't seem interested. I've tried giving her space, thinking maybe that's what she needs, but that hasn't helped either. I've tried stepping up more with the kids and around the house, but that only seems to make things worse. It's like no matter what I do, I'm still failing in her eyes. I never thought this is where we'd end up. When we got married, I imagined a partnership, a life where we'd support each other through thick and thin. I didn't expect it to be perfect, but I thought we'd face challenges together, not against each other. Now it feels like I'm walking on eggshells all the time, afraid that anything I say or do will set off another wave of criticism. I miss feeling close to her. I miss the days when we could just talk and laugh without all this tension hanging over us. But now, even when we do talk, it's about the kids or the house or what needs to be done. There's no us anymore. It's like we've forgotten how to be a couple, and I don't know how to get that back. I'm at a loss. I want things to be better. I want to feel loved and respected by my wife. I want her to see that I'm trying, that I'm doing my best. But right now, it feels like I'm stuck in a marriage where nothing I do is good enough, and I don't know how much longer I can keep going like this. Maybe things will improve as the kids get older and we settle into a new routine, but right now, I just feel so lost. All I want is to feel like we're on the same team again. I want to believe that we can find our way back to each other, but I'm starting to lose hope.
Hey, OP, it sounds like you're going through an incredibly tough time, both as a dad and as a husband. First off, give yourself some credit. Taking care of 3 young kids, managing a demanding job, and dealing with relationship struggles is no easy task. It's natural to feel overwhelmed, especially when it seems like nothing you do is being appreciated. Try to have an open, calm conversation with your wife about how you're feeling. Approach it in a way where you're both sharing your struggles rather than focusing on blame. She might be dealing with her own stress and frustrations too. Counseling could be helpful, even if she's hesitant. Sometimes just having a neutral space to talk can make a huge difference. At the same time, make sure you're taking small moments for yourself. It's easy to get burnt out when you're constantly giving, whether at work or home. Even a short break can help you recharge. You could also try involving her in problem solving, asking what would make things easier for both of you. This can make it feel more like a team effort rather than a constant cycle of criticism. And remember, this phase of parenting is especially tough with little kids. It won't last forever. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to hit subscribe, like, and share. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below. More secrets and surprises are coming, so stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.